Hey, welcome to today's video. And if you've been following the channel, you've heard me say before that you never know what you're going to come across when you're in the automotive industry, rather as an enthusiast or as a professional. And the same with fab work. You never know what kind of things you'll stumble across. And I picked up something in the last few weeks that a few of my friends seem to think I've gone a little south of my sanity for grabbing it. And before I show it to you, let me give you a little background on it. This piece of equipment was in a shop that I've been going to since I was a little kid. My dad took me in there when I started walking, and I've had opportunity to actually use this thing one time in my younger days. And the owner and his son, well, the original owner's son and grandson now run the place, and they were cleaning out some of the old equipment and making room for some new things and kind of, I guess, remodeling the shop. And this was one of the things they were clearing out to make room, and I went ahead and grabbed it. And what it is, it's this neat old drill press. Yes, it's belt driven, electric motor powered. That's a chuck. We'll come back to that in a minute. But what this is a WF&J Barnes out of Rockford, Illinois. As I said, drill press. And the patent date, now I don't know if the tool's this old, but patent is September 23rd of 1883. And this thing weighs close to 600 pounds. I'd say between probably 450 and 625 if I had to guess. I haven't weighed it, with the table on it and the chuck. And there's an electric motor assembly that goes with it, and we'll get to that in a minute. But it's just a really neat old tool. This raises and lowers the table. In case you're wondering what this chain's for, this chain is counterweighted down inside the body, and it helps pull the arbor up and down. And then this one's just holding the splitter, because you knock the chuck or the bits out, it uses tapered bits, just like a mill, like an R2 or so taper. And this thing's interesting into itself. This is an old school chuck that uses a 3/8 square drive to turn it. And this table, I've always thought this was cool. That table just spins forever. You can spin it with your hand or your foot. I'm trying to stay back so you can see it, or I do it with my hand. It's got a T-handle on this side to help push the arbor down. But on this side, you got this big old handle, and it's stiff. It's caked with old machine grease, and wherever it was used at, it was Unit 97, I think. That might be its model number. I haven't been able to determine that yet. But see these detents? When you run out of room, you flip this little lever right here, and it lets the handle come back up. And then, and it's going to stick on me, you can there it goes. And then you can push it on down, or pull it back up, whichever way you need it to go. And then it's got this little rest up here to set on. And look at that wear groove and that little steel bar. I'll tell you, this thing's been through its paces over the years. It does have some safety equipment on it. It's got this neat little shield up here over the ringing pinion. And everything does turn. The mechanism itself isn't as stiff as the slide is, so I'm going to have to clean that out. But right now I'm going to leave it caked with this nice coat of grease. Now, if you look down here on the pedestal, you'll see these two clean spots on either side. That's the steel for the control arms on the FE Project 1 right there. I gotta get back onto that. That clean spot is where this little metal frame was sitting. And then it's got this old General Electric 3-phase 220 motor on it. That motor does work, but I want to get a modern Ford, probably go single phase. I don't have 3-phase capabilities here, and I don't see me getting them anytime soon. I don't know if I want to put a phase converter on it. But with that motor being that old and it works, I'd rather just leave it alone. I may sell it once I find something reasonable that'll work with that gear, or if we have to make a gear. But that's about a 5 horsepower motor according to the tag. So might be able to use something smaller with the modern stuff, I don't know. But that thing will drive a pretty good size bit. And then it's got the 4 speeds. And the way you change the speeds, in case you hadn't already noticed, is you change the belt. And then it's just got a big old belt that comes up top here and goes back down there. And then here's the on and off switch. And this obviously got added to it. So that's another reason why I don't know if it was originally electric driven or not. But if it was in a factory or something, it may have had a kill switch over on the wall. So it's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, I hope that's what I had for you today. I hope you find that interesting and entertaining. Not a lot of educational value, I don't guess, but it is a cool old tool. And in the future, we'll see what we can do about get it working. It's yellow under all that goo and gray paint, so I don't know if it got painted gray because maybe it was military or industrial. Well, we know it was industrial at least, but it may have been war surplus, knowing where I got it from, and that may be why it got painted gray, and it's actually navy gray, and the grease has changed all the colors. But down under that is yellow, and all the raised letters up on it seem to be red or green. I can't tell. It changed color with the other paint over top of them. So anyway, as always, practice your skills, learn a new one. Either way, turn them into craftsmanship. You may even be able to use them to save a neat old drill press at some point. So until next time, this has been Fab Race Mod Repeat. Have a great day.